Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Power Rangers Let There Be Thunder. That's when everybody cheers.
I was doing it in
We'll add that in post. If you don't know what is going on here, we'll do a little bit of a catch up in a moment after everybody has introduced themselves. And hopefully now you can hear us all properly, which is good. I am the host, I am the GM, I am Matthew, and I am here today to tell a story which is going to have some emotions. Maybe a little bit of crying. Just a little bit of crying, maybe.
No.
Not as much crying as last week,
Okay,
a little
good.
bit. And with that
I
said,
mean, I'm ready for more.
let's move
I'll
on
always cry.
to the person in the corner.
Hello, I am Michael. I will be playing Peter today, which I am very happy about because my secret project is finally finished. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Anne, and I'm playing Sophie, the totally fine, perfectly okay Blue Ranger.
What's up, gamers? I'm Panic, here playing Cal, the totally stable, totally cool, and totally about to destroy his motorcycle Yellow Ranger. I envy the dead.
Oh, God.
That's me, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I am confused, Michael, apparently. And I am now and forever no longer the Black Ranger. Check it.
And for those that did ask on the chat, the overlay has been changed. Cheeky people in the Twitch chat.
Okay, and hello everybody, I am Jay, and I will be playing Q, the Red Ranger, and I'll try and do that for the whole of the evening.
Hey guys, I'm Sabina. I'm playing Cassidy, the Phantom Ranger, and she's here.
She is pleasant.
Present and accounted for.
Last week, which was actually last week, the Rangers finally fought. And fought is... We'll go with fought for now. They finally fought a group of Tengers, a Super
Emotional
Tenga
thought.
warrior, easily 3 or 4 times the size of the others, and the Ranger Slayer, formerly Kim, someone that most of the group knew, had some connection to, and didn't really want to take down or risk being taken down by. Especially because their first battle with her didn't really go their way.
Rest in peace, my run back. I'll never get you back.
Q did start talking her down, however, and with Sarah's help, playing some music on a guitar she found on the beach, the two of them managed to get through to her whilst the others battled the Tengers until Cal was able to scare the survivors into fleeing when their leader was destroyed. With Kim regaining control, she removed her morpher and returned with them to the command center, where, after much conversation, she gave her morpher to Sarah, telling Sarah that she was to take her place. There was a fair bit of emotion. Q met up with another of the emissaries, was asked to help the team and the Rangers as a whole through the war that was going on. And Cal began his new career as a deep sea diver.
Matt, I recognize that this might be a moment for self-reflection because I should be asking this question to Cal and not you. But what you know about rolling down in the deep, where your brain's so numb you could call it mental freeze.
God damn it.
Peter, armed with a medical device that Sophie had retrieved from the medical room, tried, not very well, but did try to perform some scans. When that failed, Sophie then tried to do so on herself. And whilst she got some information, she didn't get the information she wanted. Through the scanner at the wall, where it bounced off the wall and the device undamaged, though apparently Peter was hit in the physics of the bounce. His choice, I would hasten to add.
The dunk. It just seems dramatic.
I'm still mad about that.
That's fair. And that is where we begin this new episode, with all of these changes coming to a crescendo, and the last day of the Hungry Harbourmaster Festival due to start.
What day of the week is it?
It's Friday.
Of course.
It is now Friday. We are approaching the end of the week, the last day of the festival, the day when the bonfire is going to be lit, and the teenagers about to approach adulthood are going to protect the fire throughout the night, ensuring that it doesn't go down. I'm going to go top left to bottom right and just check where everybody is and what they are up to as Friday progresses. Peter.
Hello there. Well, depending on where everyone else is depending on what I want to do.
We will skip Peter then,
Come back
in
to
that
me.
case, and we will go to Sophie, because apparently Peter is a pain.
Sorry.
I think I mean, if it's okay with Michael, Sophie is probably with Peter, and
Not on this occasion. And Peter
No?
would be on his own at the moment.
oh, he'd be on his own. Okay, then in that case, she may be bothering Q, if that's okay with Jay.
It's fine because I can't find my timetable of what I should be doing on a Friday.
Or
You
no,
talk to Lily at school and then
no. Okay, I have one last thing to propose. I'll go to the other Michael. Would it be okay if she was hanging out with Sarah?
I mean, are we finally hanging out?
I mean, we're not having that private conversation they need to have, but we are hanging out. They have hung out on the beach. Okay, so she is hanging out with Sarah. Neither one of them are attached to their significant others.
Okay.
Just them. Unless Kelsey is there. If Kelsey's there, then Sophie's totally like third wheeling. Is Kelsey there?
So we're on the beach
The
at.
hungry Harbourmaster stuff.
This is the last day. Okay. Kelsey, I would have invited
Okay, she's
Kelsey.
absolutely third wheeling
Yeah.
it. She's hanging out with her
Yeah.
her bestie and the bestie's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are probably what are they doing? They're sitting somewhere and just hanging out and talking. Yeah. They're kind of just like Sophie's kind of in this mood where she is mostly observing. She's trying to parse out what is happening with this festival because she doesn't 100% get it, but she's there. She's been meaning to hang out with Sarah more, so she's kind of just there but not there, if that makes sense. She's like distracted. Is there food? There's probably if there's food, there's probably like
A whole
Yeah.
range
Snacking.
of fish-related foodstuffs.
If Q's mum's involved, food is involved.
okay. Sophie probably doesn't eat anything that isn't covered in sugar or isn't a dessert, though. She just stacks her plate with unhealthy options if she can find them. So that's where Sophie is at, shoving pastries down her face on the beach with her best friend and her best friend, one of her best friends and her best friend's girlfriend. Doing great.
Cal,
Right. So it's maybe a little bit earlier than the festival kicking off. It's like 4 a.m. on a Friday morning. Cal is on the beach, and then using the location he got from his geologist friend, he's just gonna move in bursts of 90 feet until he gets to the location of the undersea glowing rock deposit. And then he's gonna do some underwater Minecraft.
make me a survival check. A difficulty 12.
Yeah, all right. Let's see if I can even hit that. Let's see if I have the power. Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme, shake the box.
More time?
What did I get? That is cocked. God damn it. It's not looking good, fellas. That would be. Yeah, no, I don't make it. It's a 9.
9.
It's quite early in the morning. The ocean is quite deep. It's quite dark to see that far beneath.
Man, thank God I'm environmentally sealed.
Yep.
This is how Cal
And-
drowns. He wasn't protected.
Move on. Bad topic. Move on.
As you sort of dive those 90-foot jumps to try and plot your direction. At some point, you kind of got turned around, and what should have been a reasonably simple straight line is a bit more complicated. Taking another. What was it you said you got? Sorry?
I got a 9.
Taking another hour and a half to make it
All
to
right,
your
so it's
destination.
5:30 a.m.
You make it, and fortunately, as you are aware, they're not due out for another few weeks. So you do have time to take a look around and explore. Make me an alertness check with a downshift.
All right.
Difficulty 10.
Yeah, I that's a 20. That's a 21.
Fantastic. You make the last 30 or 40 foot just by walking. You don't want to overshoot anything, especially as you've already gotten a little bit turned around already. So you
Walking
are
on
on
the
the
ocean
side of
floor.
caution. You pass several large fish, the names of which you do not know, though they do look like they'd be good eating. And as you do, you see bright lights up ahead. Way too close. Make me an infiltration check with
Yeah?
edge.
Okay, so flat.
Yep.
19.
Whoop.
It's the second highest thing I could roll.
I got a 7.
Let's
Same.
respectfully, Matthew, let's go. We're so back, boys.
You duck down behind some coral and take up position, watching as several smallish vehicles move through the water quite fluidly. They look nothing like what you've seen before.
Could I possibly? Do I know what the Decepticon logo looks like? Did my bike ever show me that logo? The logo of
Yep.
affiliation. Then could I make another alertness check to see if are these guys affiliated?
With the alertness check you got, I'm going to say apologies. With the alertness check you got, I'm going to say 100% you can't see it on there.
Okay, so they don't have their badges, so they're not part of the gang.
What you do see, however, is a different logo on these vehicles. I'm not sure if you were there for the briefing, interestingly or not.
Probably wasn't.
It looks like a hooded snake's head.
Well, I mean, it's not my gang sign, so I still want to keep laying low, because the last thing I want to do is get into a fight as the Yellow Ranger in a place I cannot justify to the other Rangers why I am here.
You watch as these submarines continue to make figure 8 patterns, and watch long enough that you're able to kind of get a sense of where you can move closer and slowly sneak in to get a closer look at the rock you're looking for. And when you do, you see 2 roughly humanoid looking power suits. You can see people inside of them. They have, one's got like a drilling arm appendage on the left hand side, some sort of gripping appendage on the other. The other's moving about with what looks to be almost a sized up harpoon launcher. And you can see from where you are another one of those robot sharks that you fought has a large harpoon clear through it, and it is now sunk down to the bottom of the ocean near this purple rock.
I assume not moving, and in my mind, probably dead? Okay. I don't suppose there's any way you let me get away with taking some of this rock while these people are here?
It depends on how close you want to try and get.
I mean, that's pretty close if I'm trying to take the rock from out from under them. Okay. Order of operations. No, because that wouldn't work because I didn't specify that I was xeomorphing when I did this. Yeah, got no choice. I'm trying to get this rock. I'm trying to get as much or as little as this rock as I can possibly grab before getting the heck out of Dodge, really. If I can do it without being seen, fantastic. If I can't, I'm going to try to settle for doing it and getting out alive.
Roll me another alertness check. Difficulty on this one is 11.
I get it. 11, exactly.
As you hide behind a boulder, your eyes drawn to that shark with the harpoon through it. Did its tail just flick? Not with the water, but quite aggressively. And then again,
God, how do death twitches work when you're not made of, when you don't have a nervous system?
Inorganic, yeah.
and then you see its eyes. This very dark purple taking over the entire eye. As it completely rights itself.
So, and is it doing things now that it's righted itself? Like, is it doing something right away?
It twitches for a moment. You can see it's kind of almost trying to get used to its body, and then turns on one of those power suits and just launches itself at it. And it is so close already that it slams full momentum straight into it within seconds. Just smack. Hits it. The momentum, the weight carries it drifting away. The other suit isn't armed for a fight, but you see jets on its back propelling it after the other one. The drill trying to attack the shark. One of the subs goes after it as well.
Okay. Let it be known that I am an opportunist. I'm taking as much of this rock as I can physically get. Also, am I even smart enough to recognize that I did not make a mistake. This thing was fully dead and then came back to life.
Roll me a technology check. I
Oh,
mean,
brother. All right.
it's up to you whether or not you think you're smart enough, but I can tell you a technology check for sure will. Difficulty 10.
I did buy you I bought you an upshift if you want to use it for that.
Yeah, sure. I'm still at the upshift does not get rid of my snag. It just adds a D2.
That's fair. Yeah. I mean, you can use it for something else, but I bought it for
No.
you. I got you.
That is 5.
Maybe it was plain dead.
All right, yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna taking as much of this rock as I can physically get in however much time I have while this thing is fighting for its unlife. Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
And you do. There's
getting
some
rocks,
that's already been extracted.
I'm like shoving
It's
it in I'm
sort
shoving
of
it in
just
pockets. I'm shoving it in
Drifted
backpack.
down to the
like,
bottom, and you are able to extract some and start fleeing the other way.
Deuces, 90 feet of movement. Torpedo in the other direction. Yeah, assuming I make it back to shore without any complications, I guess I'm gonna demorph and then go back to my garage to see if this is what my friend wanted. Did he ever tell me his name? I don't think he did.
He did not.
Did you just swear?
So I'm just gonna go back to my friend.
That was pretty much the line of communication they'd gotten to at the early points in their relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, he taught me a swear in Cybertronian. I taught him a swear in English. Then, at some point, I don't know when, he just picked up on the entirety of English and started
It didn't
talking
take him
at
long
me.
to learn. He just needed to have an interest.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to boss you about was an interest.
I'm gonna get this guy on my side, swear to God. I'm gonna get this guy on my side or I'm gonna kill him trying.
You drop off the ore that you have extracted, but your motorbike isn't currently there.
Son of a...
And with that, we're going to ask Sarah.
I guess I'm chilling with the ladies. Yeah. I think that I haven't had a chance to download Kelsey on the new news yet, and she's kind of like visibly vibrating with energy. Yeah. I will say she is wearing a new dress. It is just almost garishly pink. It's so pink.
All of the pink.
But beyond that, just hanging out with Sophie and Kelsey.
I have a question. Would the dorm room have changed? Would there have been visibly more pink?
All of the black posters on the wall just turned pink.
I mean, the door itself is pink now. So.
I'm just flashing back to when
This isn't that
Sophie
time to
first moved
redecorate,
into the
but,
dorm and
yeah.
everything was blue on her side.
Yeah. That motif changed, but
Okay. I think as Sarah is filling Kelsey in, because Sophie knows.
not yet. I know. I'm saving
Oh.
that for like a private
Okay.
conversation with Kelsey, I think. But you can tell she wants to. I think probably you read her well enough. But yeah.
I think Sophie knows that's not an appropriate conversation for the public, so she just kind of
Yeah, even Sarah knows
Says
that.
the Sarah who keeps unmorphing in public places. Um,
Listen,
but I think Sophie's only kind of 50% paying attention to the conversation they're having at the moment, whatever that conversation is.
I think I feel like that. I feel like it's that is for both ways. Like because Sarah both wants to talk to you alone and Kelsey alone, and yet here we are all together. It's just a lot of inane small talk, probably like about the festival and
I
like talking about the band, talking about
I still don't
gymnastics.
understand why we're here. I
Yeah.
don't get the whole point of this festival. That's kind of Sophie's whole thing. She's like, I don't get it.
The food's good. So there's that.
Sophie looks down at a pile of pastries that she's found and has been like stress eating or whatever. And then she says, yeah, I'm gonna have to hit the gym at some point to make up for this, but damn. And she starts like shoving a pastry in her face.
I steal one.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing.
Yeah,
Making
and then
small
it's
talk.
like, yeah, good to hear the band's doing well or whatever. Just carry on like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Cassidy.
Not quite awkward, but close. Yep.
I think you may be
Can
muted.
anyone hear Spina?
You've muted yourself
Cassidy's
on
muted.
the video.
Sorry, I forgot I was
That's okay.
me, not Q, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I said first. Okay, sorry, I forgot I was muted. I was making notes. So Cassidy is probably heading into the lab to run some diagnostics on everything. She wants to make sure that the command center is in ship shape and whatnot. So she'll probably enter the lab and go and find a console to sit at.
There's a really tidy side of the lab, and then there's a really messy side of the lab. You can guess who has been working where. The nerd haven.
I would say as well at the moment, Peter's probably got like almost like bed sheets dividing the lab in two.
Oh yes. Oh
And
yes.
it's
There's
got
like a
like
bit at the very far end that's just covered over. No
like a
access
whole
signs. Like
no girls allowed sort of vibe going on. It's not in like no girls, it's more like no anybody. But realistically, Sophie's the only one that
No entry.
generally comes down to the lab. Cal comes down for some mad science moments.
Is Pete? Sorry.
Go on.
Is Pete in the lab when I get down there?
not at the moment. He'd be in college at this very moment. But
Okay.
shortly.
All right. So yeah, that's just where kind of Cassidy is hanging out. She's like looks over at like the big sheeted space and just kind of goes, I'm not even going to touch it. And then she just kind of goes about running diagnostics that need to be done and making sure everything is up to date. And then while that is running, she's going to go see Kim.
She isn't alone. There's a couple of doctors from Lightspeed kind of hovering she's resting, not asleep, but eyes half closed, chest moving in that rhythmic motion that is, she's close to just a few more minutes and she'll be snoring away.
Okay. Seeing that Kim is safe and about to fall asleep, she'll just kind of walk away. And she'll go back to doing Phantom Ranger things. She doesn't want to interrupt.
Q.
Yup. Q was up very early this morning, as is normal. First thing he did was to just go and look in on Kim, not to wake her or disturb her or check her, but just stick his head in, put a small vase of flowers on the side, and just see that she was still there. Right. Just the reality check that they did actually do the thing. So he just sneaks in, puts them down, watches her for a couple of seconds, and then sneaks out quietly. Then he does his usual morning routine and goes and teaches Hipping the Hop, the more dance-based hip-hop keto class at the Happy Hour.
Can I say that Sophie attended that class? Because I didn't realize we were going through the entire day. I thought we were specifically skipping to the evening or whatever. But would it be okay if I said Sophie took that class?
Yeah, I mean, I am literally just skimming through the day quickly, but yeah.
Okay.
It's open to everybody, so yeah, it's a public class. And then kind of in and around uni and stuff, he practices kind of summoning forth his new void power a bit more. And from morphing, he realizes that he has access to a new style of morphing, which he doesn't tell the rest of the team, but he just practices a bit just whilst he's on his own, and then texts Kyle just to see how he is, and then texts his mum to see if there's anything that she needs for the festival, and then either picks that up or heads straight to the beach.
His mum does respond. I don't need you to bring anything, but as tomorrow is a Saturday, could you perhaps just supervise the kids tonight? Just because things have been a little bit weird, and weird is got like an asterisk and an exclamation mark on either side of it.
He'll reply back, asterisk, exclamation mark, asterisk, weird, asterisk, exclamation mark, question mark, and send that back.
Well, there was the robot sharks, and then the giant flying monsters.
I think he just texts back, at this point in our lives in Angel Grove, I think we just call that Tuesday. And then a winky face.
I mean, Tuesday and Thursday, technically. But basically, we don't want it also to be Friday when the kids are there on their own.
Yeah, it's cool. Of course, I'll watch over them.
Thank you.
And so before he heads out, he'll give, just stick his head in and give Kim like a emergency notification button, just in case she needs us quickly. Not that I imagine she will, but I don't know. I keep miming pressing a button, but yeah, so she can just alert all of the rangers.
So he knows, just press.
It's a press. Yeah.
Not a toggly flick.
No, not a flickety flick up and down, or a slidey switchy lefty righty, or twisty turny plungy inny outy. But a
Those were words.
welcome to my brain.
I feel you.
It's fabulous in here.
Peter.
Hello. Sorry about my little delay earlier, dear boy. Just I need people to be together for what I want. So Pete would have spent most of his day obviously at college, but not really paying much attention to college. He'll be constantly checking his watch, like tapping, like, come on. And to the point where Claydoris Pete would even say to him, "What are you doing, dude? Why are you shaking your head?"
I was going to say, would Sophie have clocked that if they were in class together?
Yes. At the end, once the bell finally goes for everyone to leave class, Pete will like sit in the chair a little bit longer and wait for everyone to clear out. Then he will go up to Claydoris Pete and just be like, can I use your office quickly?
Well, I have some papers to grade in there, and I don't want you to. Yes.
Thank you. And he'll run into the office and then he'll teleport straight to the command center, to the lab, and he'll land like in front of his curtains of doom. And as he does, Kat, are you in the lab now? Still, Cassie, or are you plotting around?
She would have gone back to the lab after checking on Kem, yeah.
Cool. So Pete will land, kind of see Cassie there and just be like, oh, hey, what's up? And he'll kind of like go to grab the curtain.
Hi.
Hey there. And he'll just kind of like the Homer Simpson meme, just kind of like slip behind the curtain.
Okay.
She'll just hear like tapping and clanking like behind it. Like, come on, why are you taking so long? The last bit always takes the longest.
I'm not going to question it.
And then he'll like kind of pop back out of the curtain with a very, very frustrated look on his face.
You good there?
Yeah. Things are taking longer than I want. It's not fun.
Okay. It's okay. Well, seems like you got it handled.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. And then he will teleport straight back to college to take whatever other class he needs to take next. Just appears back in front of Claydoris Pete, just like, thank you. And just kind of walks out. Whilst handing him another bowl of the stew that we have like copious like like storage containers worth at the command center.
He's literally just sitting there marking the classwork. He takes the stew, puts it down, and just that's it. Stew's there now. Classwork can wait. Everybody's getting an A. Yep. Yep.
Space stew.
Look at this, space mushrooms.
Yes, and for now, Pete will go about his normal day until we all meet up to do what we do before we go to the festival. It's just an average day in Angel Grove.
Kyle does send a response.
Just one?
Just one. He's apparently playing it cool.
Just one.
Just one. It's 7 pages long.
I was going to say just one response, but it's like
seven parts.
this. I'm trying to see how far I can get this long.
It's just a novel.
Yeah. It's
So
like,
big it makes my eyes water.
hi, nice to hear from you. I thought maybe I'd ruin things with my excess of messages. I know our first date didn't go very well because of the whole bee thing. Wasp? Bee? What's the difference? But, you know, and then you kind of fell off the planet. Question mark. But yeah, I'm hoping maybe there's a chance for a second.
He just puts, well, bees make honey and wasps make nothing, so fuck wasps. There's a one.
There's the one.
Yeah, I've kind of been super busy. I don't know why I'm punctuating this. Kind of been super busy. Life-changing kind of stuff. We'll stop doing that. A second date would be cool. Or would it actually be a first date? Because I don't think it counts as a date if both of you were technically working.
I'll take first date, take 2.
Okay, first date 1.1.
Too cute.
Maybe
Aw.
we can do something on Sunday.
Is anything happening Sunday at the moment before I say yes?
Not for
Other
you.
than the family dinner for Sophie and Pete's impending demise at meeting her
Okay.
father.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to rescue Pete, so yes, Sunday could work.
Conveniently, I'm on
It'd
a
be
date.
there
I
for
can't
you,
save
buddy.
you, Pete. Oh, that's funny.
Just Red Ranger teleports into the dinner. There's a crisis. I need this boy.
Yoink.
I am taking this man.
Right here, right now, in front of everybody's face.
Remember, folks,
front
this
of
is
my
supposed to be. Remember, folks, this is supposed to be the PG-13 game.
To be fair,
Euphemisms.
to be fair, at least 3 of those people know that who the Rangers are.
That's true.
Oh, in front of my salad. That's the word.
I'm glad you got it. Crashing by. Yeah, so Sunday, yes.
Fantastic. I'll have a look at see what's going on and send you some options. I hear curling is
I was waiting for that.
an interesting choice at the ice rink.
Counter offer. You guys should go figure skating.
To camp. Also, I'd have a very unfair advantage.
You class is finished. Robot still AWOL. You return to the command center roughly 4:30 in the afternoon. Just to sort of catch up, make sure everything's good. Everybody sort of touch base and any news that needs to be shared. Obviously, Q is going to be a little bit busy this evening.
Pete will head
So-
straight to the lab on arrival. Assuming that everyone else is in the main area of the command center, as everyone meets up, he will you'll just hear a loud shout come from far down the hallway of Pete just going, Eureka! And then you'll hear his footsteps running down the hallway, followed by just thump, 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 as he runs in, accompanied by a big old dragon.
So,
Big old grin on his face.
what you got there?
Baby
What?
dragon.
Sophie, who has arrived from the training room in like her blue and black sweats, maybe a little bit bruised, just walks into the room, sees the dragon, and just kind of like rolls her eyes. like,
Pete's just
and they
standing there
kind of
scratching it on the chin.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did a
I
thing.
feel like I shouldn't be surprised, but yeah.
In response to Sarah, Sophie says, "I am definitely not surprised."
I lovingly refer to him as Brad. Battle ready, assault dragon.
Brad.
Brad.
Rad.
And he'll just keep stroking it on the chin.
Hello, Brad.
He'll just look over and kind of like wave, but almost like shake like a dog. Pete will then go on to explain how he managed to figure out how
Wow.
to transfer the consciousness. The Dragon Zord basically was sad of having to be stuck outside all of the time, and he wanted to spend more time with Pete. So Pete has figured out a way how to build him a little body and then transfer his consciousness between the two. So it is, for all intents and purposes, the Dragon Zord.
It's actually the Dragon Sword?
Yep, I figured it out.
So this is what was behind the many curtains in the lab, right?
Maybe. As he carries on stroking his chin.
Yeah, I just wouldn't put Brad near Wanda because Wanda will have a tizzy.
I mean, he was very much looking forward to seeing Wanda.
Well, you might want to clean up Brad then.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing Brad see Wanda.
I
He
can't
can do
work
things
out
as well.
who's here at this point in time or not, so whether I should be making sarcastic comments or not.
And Pete will just be like, he can do things as well. And he'll just turn to it and go, assemble. And it will just open up and then form around him. And he'll just be wearing him.
What the
I told you.
Okay.
Battle ready assault dragon. Disassemble. And it comes off again. And then he'll like point over at Sophie and just be like, assemble. And the dragon will just form around her. Like,
Okay.
ta-da!
Okay.
What?
Sophie just at first is trying to not look amused by this, but eventually she just kind of softens and pets the dragon when it
Pets herself.
reappears and just like,
And then disassemble. And he just,
Okay.
isn't he
Okay.
fantastic?
Well, that's new.
yeah.
And that's my bit done. Pete will allow you all to do your things. As he just sits down on the sofa next to his dragon, like just stroking him. The dragon will just sit on the floor next to him, like a guard dog.
Q just looks and goes,
So weird.
"So you've made the Dragon Zord's mini-me?"
I mean, technically, it is the Dragon Zord.
Hmm.
He just in a fancy new shell.
Does he need to be taken for walks? Fed? Does he have any mess to clear up?
He a robot. And Pete will just shrug.
Realize.
He does like a swim.
I mean, are you gonna like take him to class?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Pete would let me, but it might give away the whole secret identity.
All right, I'm gonna play mom here for a second. Pete, if you don't take care of it, you can't keep it.
That's actually where I was trying to get. Yeah.
I mean, he can shift back to the Dragon Zord whenever he wants to, so he'll be fine. He's okay.
So, what happens to the Dragon Zord when his consciousness is in Brad?
Ah, he stores himself in Tor before he transfers.
So he's just kind of inanimate.
All right.
Yeah, his body goes into stasis, and he just shifts his consciousness over here.
Oh. So, if anybody wants to draw a
Question.
moustache on the Dragon
Above
Zord,
board.
now's your time.
Hey,
Just
Wanda.
hear Wanda communicating. Like, let's get him.
Sophie teleports out. No, I'm kidding.
How tall is this
He's
thing?
just like a little bit taller than Pete.
It is mechanically
Okay.
a common-sized drone.
Okay. Jesus. All right.
Like I could climb on
Is
his
he
back and
gonna
ride him.
like share the bed with you like a dog?
No,
You're
no
gonna
Dragon
crawl up
Zord.
Pete just
Sophie
like looks away and stays silent.
Sophie looks like she's about to say something, and then just restrains herself from saying it.
I'd like to think
Well,
that the
look at the
green room
time.
has suddenly just expanded, and there's what looks like a giant dog bed in the corner of the green room.
With the plug socket for recharging.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's amazing, and I feel obligated to ask, could you do it again?
Probably, maybe. I can give it a go.
Amazing.
Oh no, we're just gonna
We'll
have
talk.
a swarm of pets now.
Mini
Great.
Zords everywhere.
Oh my god.
Menagerie. Power Rangers Menagerie coming soon.
Just above the table it is a perk, so I technically
you
didn't
can't just
actually
do
do
it.
anything.
Oh, I know. Yep.
Okay.
And back under the table.
Isn't there a thing that you guys got to do soon? The Happy Harbor festivities.
The Hungry Harbourmaster. Yeah.
that
I'm
one.
going to be there all night.
Yeah.
Just keeping an eye on the not yet adults around the fire and stuff. Just, in case of birds or sharks or...
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
Sure, yeah. Do you need company?
I honestly don't know. I think it's kind of a me thing to be there, but I mean, you can be there. It's probably going to be very boring, like watching over other teenagers. But yeah, if you want to come, you can come, but do not feel obligated.
hey, Q, what was
Would you like company? To not be alone all night watching a bunch of kids.
I was deliberately avoiding that question. To be honest, I don't know.
All right, well, you got time. You think about that. I mean, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't really have any big plans.
hey Q, what was it
Mhm.
like when you were not quite an adult yet, and what was the festival like for you? And who was
Bold of you to assume he's an adult.
no, you know what I mean, Sarah? Like, for the purposes of the festival thing that is happening.
When did I move here? Was I here before I did this? Or was I here after?
You moved it when you was 4.
Yes. So yeah, I was here. Oh crap! Were there still Power Rangers when I was? No. Right. No, I know when I am now. Thank you, timeline. It was
Timelines are useful.
yeah. My brain slowly put that together, like assembling Duplo bricks. Yeah, it was good fun. We didn't have to worry about being eaten or attacked by giant birds or robot sharks or half skeleton, half GI Joe figure or any kind of stuff like that. It felt like a big responsibility. Being on the beach all night, keeping a beacon burning. Oh, okay, I'll deal with that in a second. And yeah, so it felt kind of carefree, but a bit of pressure, but safe. It was cool. It was good fun.
Sophie just smiles and says, "It must be nice to, grow up here." And she just kind of shrugs.
Yeah. Well, it's a weird one because I'm not originally from here, and it would have been nicer to have done this back home, where I think it means more to like the people and the community, because it's kind of their folk story. But yeah, it's nice that, now as a slightly older, still not grown up, that I still get to be a part of it, and I get to help other people feel like they're gaining respect.
Since you moved, have you been back to where you moved from for the festival?
No, it's a way away, and my parents have never seemed to have wanted to go back. I don't know why, but it's just never come up.
All right. Where are you from? Oh, that's a question we haven't
Follow-up
asked yet.
question.
I am from a little island, and I don't know why the Field Guide to Action and Adventure has just opened on my computer.
You got to go on a quest back to your home.
Yes. It's going to flip to a page dramatically. I am from a little island called Isla de Formentera, which is just off Spain. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a ways away.
It's, a way away.
I mean,
How old are you when you? Sorry.
well, we have. I was going to say, we have fancy dancy teleporters. Maybe we should take a weekend at some point and go visit your island.
Yeah, I mean, I can remember bits of it, but yeah, we could do, I guess.
I've never been to Spain, so.
Well, yeah.
And
Rain trip, sky trip.
Something like that. You had a question there, Cass?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, how old were you when you did this watching the fire through the night thing? How old is that? How old are you when you do that?
What did I write in my file that I
don't
recently moved and can't find?
Just give me an age range.
It'll be 17, I think. Kind of 16, 17.
Forced Q Lord
It's
drop.
literally as the year that you're transitioning into becoming an adult is
Okay.
the year that you guard the flame and keep the beacon burning.
Okay, so right at that adult age.
Yeah.
Can I just interject with while this is all being like discussed, Pete is in the background like playing fetch with the dragon.
Goddamn.
Are you throwing like the Power Ranger plushie that you've got?
Just throwing the plushy Pete.
with the last day, the last evening of the Hungry Harbourmaster Festival due to begin, the 6 rangers are off to the beach.
I'm looking for
Nobody's
my bike.
seen.
Where is this guy?
Everybody's gone surfing.
Well,
You need to put low jack on that thing.
I'm sure that somebody could help you look for him if you wanted, like, Alpha to perform a scan or something.
Nah, that's fine.
I
Alpha's
figured.
busy. Alpha's too busy balling, dude. He's already a baller. He's already taller. He's got a girl on his phone. He can call her.
I'm waiting for the scene where Kim goes, "Have you grown up?"
Alpha, why do you have fingers? What the?
All right, so we're at the beach, right?
You're at the beach.
Minus
You
Cal.
find
He's looking for his
things
bike.
are busier, but no more chaotic than they have been any other day of the week. Thanks to the, we'll go with organization and not intervention. Organization of a certain dancer. Aggie Quinn
Mama Q.
is, she's not a giant by any stretch of the imagination, but somehow she has dominated the entire area in front of you. She stands on her tiptoes not for the extra height, but seemingly more out of habit. And she is conducting the goings on with all of the professionalism of an orchestra. People are moving to her words, bringing food and dropping it off at different places. They are bringing out chairs, setting up tents and pavilions, laying out towels. Little kids are grabbing up the last of the driftwood coming in off the tide. The older kids are all gathered near a bonfire that is easily 10 foot tall. And amidst all of this, she spots Q, waves, and gestures towards the bonfire as if to say, "Go on with you."
Do your duty.
Yeah, I'm just gonna lightly elbow Q. You're like, this. Looking at this makes me mad all over again that Miss Cat took over the cheer spot.
She's fine. I mean, there's a level of.
She's not your mom.
And sometimes it's nice to have a break. I mean, I love my mother, but her pathological need to organize borders on the criminally insane. Yeah.
Yeah, but it also means we have to deal with Jason.
Yeah. He's easily distracted. You just throw a lettuce leaf past his face.
Can
Put a mirror in front of him.
Can I say that it smash cuts to Sophie actually talking to Jason and having a small talk or whatever?
Jason here.
I mean, would it be okay? I was assuming you guys were talking about him because he was here.
I would say yes, both Jason and Kat are here to support, her friend.
Community,
if nothing else.
I can't remember Kat's surname again.
Hillard,
of course. I knew it was a
Hillard,
H, but I was coming up with one of my friend's surnames, who is also a Catherine. But, yeah. Hillard. Yeah, Miss Hillard's a good egg. It's just a shame that it didn't pass on.
Yeah, skip a generation.
Yeah, and to each generation, a dickhead is born, and I think Jason is that. Yeah.
Born under the star. The star of the knobhead.
I can't argue that at all.
I mean, what will be hilarious is if he's at the beach with his baby oil, because he's just going to, 1, sizzle, and 2, be covered in sand forever.
That's been a story point for that.
I mean,
it's already canon. Probably doesn't need a story point.
Probably doesn't. He's not the brightest, we've established.
I think you broke him a little bit.
To answer some questions that I've been asked.
Well, let's.
You don't need to spend a story point because yes, he is.
Of course, he's covered in baby oil.
Cal, when you arrive on the beach, you see that your motorbike is actually parked. It wasn't there before. You know it wasn't there before. You definitely didn't see it when you came out of the ocean. But it is parked where all the cars are parked. It's looking remarkably
Uh,
clean as well. Like it's gone through the drive-through, like the like a drive-through cleaning service.
Oh, great. The seed is completely ruined then. I'm gonna. I mean, how crowded is this parking lot? Like, are there people around the bike?
Nope, the parking lot itself is really like not completely
Cool.
empty, but most of the most people are sort of just moving stuff backwards and forwards from the beach.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna go over to my bike, and when I'm sure that like nobody can hear me talking to myself, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, I found your rocks."
I found your damn rocks.
Or I think I did.
Where?
I found some rocks.
Would I have brought them knowing that all of the rangers are here? No. Back at what would I call it? Back at the storage shed.
As you sort of, because of where you are, you're kind of shielding the bike from view from the beach for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do, this holographic representation of a biker, all levered up,
Oh, he
helmet,
projects a biker onto him
completely
to avoid
as if
suspicion.
it's just and the bike just reverses as if someone's just sort of like maneuvered it out of the space and then just peels off. There's no thank you. There's no
You're fucking welcome.
appreciation.
I'm gonna kick his ass for this. Well, as long as I mean, look, I've pointed him in the direction. We'll see if it earns me some goodwill. If not, I'm just gonna have to beat the understanding of partnership into him. In the meantime, I'm gonna come support my leader in whatever the hell this festival is.
Rude. Yay.
The sad part is Cal has probably helped out with the Harbor Day Festival in the past. It just never mattered to him. It was just another community service event. So he still has no clue what it's about, despite having probably been involved in it numerous times.
Just keep saying it, going, nope, still got no idea.
Look,
I'm
it wasn't
curious.
important then, and it's not important now.
Because of your question, Cassidy, what is Sabina? No, what is Cassidy wearing?
Yeah, that's me.
Because of your question,
Okay,
Sabina, what is Cassidy wearing?
Hi. Yeah. So remembering that Wanda actually has a replicator, it took me a while to remember that word, because she's never really had to use it. She actually makes some summer clothes that she can have. So she's wearing like a pair of shorts and like a flowy like tank top. It's a little outdated. It's like a couple years old, but it's like a flowy like high-low kind of like dress, but with shorts. And actually like a pair of strappy sandals. She has like a pair of like thick, like really large sunglasses and like a hat. So because she doesn't quite want people to know that she's back yet, so she's kind of trying to conceal herself, but also fitting the beach aesthetic.
Early 2000s beach aesthetic.
More like 3
Big
years
old floppy
beach
hat.
aesthetic. But yeah, just so like, you know, she's here, she's supporting, but she's also like, you don't know I'm here.
You can't see me.
What she doesn't realize is because of the way she has dressed, she has just made herself stand out like a thumb.
She don't know that. She's trying, okay? But it's all in shades of black and purple.
The festival itself goes off without a hitch. People eat and drink. They take part in little games of chance and skill. There's things like hooking little plastic fish that are just bobbing up and down in the water using a fishing rod with a magnet on the end. There's games involved in throwing a harpoon for the older kids and the adults, because they're not letting the kids, like the young kids, throw things like that.
Pete.
It's dangerous.
I mean, they've got quoits, I'd imagine.
Say again?
Does anybody
I
else
wanna
know the
woo
word
a
quoits?
giant
Or am
teddy
I the
bear.
only one that knows that word?
It sounds familiar.
Quoits, the rings made of rope, which you throw onto pegs.
Oh,
Mm.
yep.
Quoits.
Oh, I lost
Ropes on
Panic.
ropes
Oh, no,
thrown
he's
at
just
pegs.
focused.
I've never seen those be like rope. They're always like plastic hoops. Yeah, you like throw
Plastic
like
hoops,
a
yeah.
tiny plastic ring onto a bottle, ring toss. I've never heard quoits before.
Yeah, quoits. It's so if you imagine, kind of the size, the scale that you'd play French balls at, where you got the little jack and then you have to throw your metal balls a distance to try and get them near.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing.
Jumping jacks.
Yeah. But yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I've heard of
Q's
jacks.
bringing games over from the old country.
European game.
I see. It's like a horseshoe, but the thing you're throwing
Yes.
isn't open.
Yeah.
It's like ring toss.
Yes, exactly.
But not plastic.
Mm-hmm. But a rope ring.
Yeah.
Generally,
I'm gonna throw some harpoons. I'm gonna win a giant.
Do you want to throw
damn
some
teddy bear.
harpoons?
I do.
That is either
Kelsey
an
obviously
athletics
needs an
or a
oversized teddy bear.
targeting check.
I feel like Pete wouldn't be allowed to play with the harpoons. I'm going to
I
say in
feel
the
like-
past one that he's come to the queue, something happened and he's not allowed to play with the harpoons
Yeah,
anymore.
I feel like 100%. The second Pete steps near the harpoons, Aggie just
You just get-
appears out of nowhere and just taps him like, no. You
Like
know what
rubbing
happened
her
last
arm
time?
or something, like rubbing an arm
No.
or something, like she's like remembering past trauma.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've seen that around. Sorry.
So
you
the
googled
difficulty
quotes,
for
didn't you?
the athletics or targeting checks. you've got
Okay.
3
I think I've seen that
attempts-
before. Yeah.
3 attempts for the athletics or targeting checks.
All right.
The
First one was
difficulty
awful.
Is 10, 12, or 14.
Well, there's a 16
So that's 3 points.
and number
points.
3.
So that's 6 points. So you get one of the big toys, which nobody is surprised at. Nobody at all. There are
I'm playing well.
strange.
Okay, well,
We're just going to cover the prize very quickly before I ask you what your roles
Yep.
were, Q. Sarah, you're looking at the prizes. Kelsey's there with you, also looking at the prizes. And it should be no surprise, really, at this point, that there are a lot of soft toys of Power Rangers. These ones are larger, like, I don't know, 2 foot, 2.5 foot in size. Still really good quality, you know. But there's a new Pink Ranger.
Flipping
There's
in.
already a new Pink Ranger.
And there is a Phantom Ranger.
I'm gonna. Oh my god! Do I see this?
Yep. Amongst all of
I'm
the
playing
others,
this game.
We really need
Please
to
say
talk to
Brad
this
is there as well.
Brad isn't on the harpoon,
What
but
in the
you
world?
do see him over. In fact, you actually see a small plastic Brad toy floating in with the fishes with the magnets, as if he's like an obstacle not to pick up.
Pete just like, damn, how did Ninja know?
We
Um,
Can I
That's
just check
really
what
good.
Q's results were very
We got to
quickly?
sit down with this guy at some point, figure out where he's
Crit
hidden.
16.
Say again, sorry.
Crit 16.
Okay, that'd be 4 points.
Yeah, 8 and 4.
So you will get one of the smaller toys. It's only about a foot, but you still get a choice of a Power Rangers toy, and there still is the pink and the Phantom, as well as all of the normal ones.
I will take the pink to give to Kim as a gift, as a memento.
Sophie,
I'm gonna go for the. I'm gonna go for the giant pink, and be like, well, wasn't exactly how I was gonna tell you, but
We're pregnant.
guess what?
uh,
I hand this giant pink ring to
Sophie
Kelsey.
would also like to try one of the games. I guess the harpoon game, because that's the one that uses targeting. Are there any other games that use targeting?
So the harpoon game is targeting or athletics. The fishing game is athletics or survival.
Mm. Okay, I'll do the harpoon game as well. Let's see
You know
how
what?
this.
I'm gonna
goes.
join Sophie with the harpoon game if that's all right, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Roll me 3 checks.
We're all harpooning.
all
I just
harpooning.
want to win myself.
While this is going on, Peter's trying to explain to the kids that the figure that's in there isn't actually the Dragonzord, it's a mini Dragonzord.
So Sophie will get a big toy.
Sophie will look at all the options. She already has a green one. She is going to not take the biggest one that she can take. Is there like an action figure sized one, something a little bit smaller that she can
Yeah.
take with her? She's gonna pick up a blue one, but she's gonna pick up a smaller one, like action figure size, I guess.
Okay.
Hi. I rolled real dice this time. I got a 22, a 14, and an 8. I have really good
So-
You'll
targeting.
just get worse.
You will also get a medium-sized toy like you, so you'll get one of the ones that like a foot in size. One of the stuffed toys.
So she'll look at the guy who's handing out the toys. She'll point at the Phantom Ranger. She'll just be like, that one. And then she'll take it, and then she'll look at it, just stare at its little helmeted eyes, and then she'll flip it around and just inspect it.
It looks
Because she's very concerned.
perfect. Like, you might not have seen yourself from every angle before, but like the underneath
have
of your
now.
boots, you know, everything is spot on. And just on the bottom where this
Yeah.
tag is, it just says Ninja.
Just like that sneaky bastard's hide in here.
Do I know
Enterprises?
Matthew?
I
Do
don't
I know him?
I think you have a skill, or do you get that at next level?
Oh, let me double check. I have a bunch of stuff. Is it the peer into the grid? The which one is it? Access ageless knowledge.
Is that the one that allows you to get knowledge from every Phantom Ranger?
Yes.
Access to seeming limitless data compiled from the various eras, alternate dimensions, anywhere the Phantom Rangers are called to service. By spending 1 power point as a free action, I can tap into the Phantom energy data, even not when morphed. So
You
I
wanna
can
spend a
spend a
PowerPoint?
personal PowerPoint. I'm going to spend a PowerPoint and do this because she is curious and she is very irked. So let me just remove power real quick. What kind of check would this be? So what do I get from this? Do I have to roll a check or what?
Which one's this? Is this Aegis Knowledge? I've just got there. 1 second.
Mhm.
So this removes the oh right,
Time
no, this one
suddenly
removes
freezes.
the unskilled penalty from any skill for 1 minute. So bear with me 1 second.
Oh, okay.
Time suddenly freezes. Cassie just opens a little portal, sticks her head in, pulls her head out, and has all the answers she needs.
Sounds about right.
Phantom got a phantom.
No, do I not have
Yeah.
that one yet?
Roll me a
No.
cultures check.
It's level 6.
Culture
You have
check
it.
without the. So do I get that story point back?
Yeah, the personal power you'll get back. Yeah.
PowerPoint.
Okay. Would this be akin to grid lore?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So that is a specialization. So I get my D4 and my D2. Ah, come here, D4. That is a 19. Either way.
Okay.
No,
you
no
have
crits.
failed that, but you have got your mending the grid, so you can spend a story point to reroll any failed skill test and gain a 2 upshift bonus.
Well, I already spent the story point. I mean the PowerPoint, so I might as well use it. And I get to reroll both
With
of.
2
Do
upshift
I get to reroll
bonus.
all of them? Yeah. I get to reroll the entire set, correct?
Yeah, this
sorry, I
one
was
is
trying to
the
find-
yeah. I'm just finding story points.
Mending the grid. You may
Yep.
now spend a story to reroll any. So I reroll everything, and then I get 2 upshifts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm up to a D8.
Phantom Ranger shenanigans are OP.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, this is taking so long, guys.
You're good. You're good.
Nope. Do not roll that in there. Okay. Get out of there. That's a 20. I got 1 level higher. My dice don't like me.
You are aware of an individual who goes by the name of Ninja. He is more masked in secrecy than the Phantom Ranger, than the concept of the Phantom Ranger, in that at least you know that the Phantom Ranger, you know, you've been there, you exist. He is a ninja, and supposedly he knows more about the mysteries and secrets of the morphing grid than anyone but the emissaries. He has lived for more than 10,000 years, and he supposedly forged the power coins that were the original power coins that this team uses. If Ninja
You also
is on this planet hiding, it makes sense that he knows you're there. Yep.
I was just gonna say, if she had done if she knew about us as Rangers and as the people, would she not have known that Cal is also in regular contact with Ninjor for the sponsorship deal, and the game show we're supposed to be on?
Not necessarily.
I only knew about you as Rangers. I didn't know anything
Yeah.
about your lives.
That's Ranger related. That in
She
fact
knows
has
about
nothing
the
to do with the
fights.
human.
She knows about the
Mhm.
battling
I knew about the big
and
fight.
the fights that's going on, not so much the fact that you're having a friendly competition with the Lightspeed team.
We're in. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm in business discussions with Ninjors.
Yep.
I got him on speed dial. His speed dial number is 7706.
Yeah.
Because I have the flip phone and I gotta.
The rest of us don't know that Ninja made the power coins, do we?
No, we do not. None of us managed
No.
to suss that out yet.
Right,
We
I might
have
need
not
to
had
get
that conversation.
to double check the information with you because my notes are a little sketch. But thank you, Matt.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Sarah will like lean over to Cassie. Yeah, this guy, I don't. Somehow he knows everything about everything. We haven't figured it out yet.
She just smiles and kind of hugs.
Cal
I'll
hasn't
let
been
you
able.
finish.
Cal hasn't pinned him down enough to like get that information.
She smiles and kind of hugs the plushie to her chest and is like,
We do need
He's
to
a
figure
tricky
that out
one.
though. It's so weird.
it'll all come in time. I
Wait,
know of
you know him?
She just kind of smiles and walks away.
I won't mention the competition that we're in. Then. All right, bye.
She's in her own head.
Mhm.
Peter, do you want to try and win
Alright.
a
But yeah, Cal.
Mini dragon?
I'm pink now.
Yeah, let's try and win a mini dragon, but specifically for the kid. You know that one kid that's always wearing the dragon shield.
Sarah? Kelsey is like, she looks confused at first, like, but you were the black ranger. How are you the pink ranger, but you're black and now you're pink, and how does that work? I'm yellow and I'm always gonna be yellow.
We
and-
found Kim. We
Wasn't she
saved
evil?
Kim, and she gave me her morpher. Not anymore.
What happened to your morpher?
She's currently napping a lot.
Does that mean you're gonna get another black
It's in
ranger?
storage, I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, there'll be more of you.
This is where Matt suddenly
Could be.
reveals that we're holding auditions for new.
What? You want to switch teams?
No, I need to. And you can see she definitely was thinking about it for a second.
know,
There. She
I'm
was
kidding.
definitely thinking about it. No, I need to help. We're gonna save Ryan, and we're gonna defeat the demons.
Of course. I was half kidding.
But
yeah.
maybe
How's that
afterwards,
going? Have you seen that jerk recently?
We haven't seen him in a little while. We don't know what he's been up to. Same,
Can
you know,
Yeah.
can
Not
demon
good.
of the week
Sophie-
style shenanigans.
can Sophie have heard this as she's
They're not
walking?
whispering.
Okay.
She's everybody knows she is a Lightspeed Ranger. She's not. Yeah, she's quite happy having a conversation out loud. Yeah, just we fight some of those bat creatures. We fight a demon. We summon the Zords. We fight the demon again. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah,
guys
you
definitely
guys
deal
use
with
your
a lot more
Zords a lot
drama
more
than
than we
us.
do.
Yeah, but we don't save former rangers or visit other planets or
And Sophie will chime in as
Hey,
as
hydrate. check.
Kelsey is speaking, and she says, "Yeah, but you guys actually use your Zords to do the rescue part of Lightspeed Rescue." And she casually just walks over to join the conversation.
we don't even do that part very often.
I mean, that is true.
Mostly we
She
fight.
Mm.
there's a slight twitch in her face when she realizes that maybe she was referring to a different thing. Just like
That's a second hydrate check.
Not sure if the second hydrate check should be in training or not.
That is a
And,
third hydrate check.
Oh my god.
I have to put a timer on
No,
I am
if
very dangerously close to running out of water.
if I am in the moderator
Uh-oh.
view, I can just send their points back and count only the first one.
Why would you do
Moderators
that?
can do
He's
that.
doing this as a bit. At least I know
I
Captain
mean-
Spark is. Captain Spark is doing this on purpose.
Anyway, yeah. So so Sophie joins the conversation at this point.
Yeah. Well, hopefully that Ryan thing solves itself because we can't. I mean, having somebody running around with stolen ranger powers seems
What
bad.
seems extra bad is that you guys haven't heard from him in a while.
He's probably plotting,
Also true.
planning, gathering forces.
Yeah,
We
I
might
was
need
gonna
you
say that.
guys soon. Team up.
We're always here. Always.
Sophie
Spark,
doesn't say
stop.
anything, but she's there's like a definite like I'm ready to fight response in her eyes.
This feels like an appropriate time for me to insight check you.
Whilst you're doing that, Peter, make me an either
Yeah.
athletics, survival, or science check.
Science?
Maths. Using that
Eh,
magnetic.
I suppose
Physics.
fishing game, innit? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that makes sense.
It's a
I would,
magnetic.
like to say, I would like to say that if you do make the science check, you look up into the night sky and one of the constellations looks like Cal in a lab coat giving you a thumbs up.
See, now I was going to roll with athletics because I have a D2 in that, and I don't have anything in science, so I'll roll with a snag. But I'm going to roll the science just for the bit.
Well, you've got to roll 3 checks. So
So
You
I
roll
got
6 die and hit the lowest 3.
an 11, a 13, and a 15.
Those aren't terrible for snags.
Because Cal is looking down on him from above. You got it.
like the Aurora Borealis.
Yeah, localized only above Peter.
He'll just
Time
look
of
up at
day
the
on
sky and
this side of
salute.
the planet.
you have enough points to get one of those little mini baby dragon toys.
And straight up, Pete just is like, that one.
It's almost like a rubber duck, shaped like the baby dragon. Part of it somehow submerges underwater, a little bit heavier. It's somehow designed to be perfectly buoyant, so it's partially submerged. The top part stays perfectly floating and just carries on bobbing underwater. And every now and again, it just
I love it. It is the cutest thing.
Like now.
Can the cuddly toy versions be like Popples? So it's like Brad on one side, and then you turn it inside out, and it's the Dragon Zord.
it's like really cute, like almost like love hearts on its cheeks as the
Yeah.
baby dragon, and when you turn
Like
it
really
inside out,
tiny,
it's got
yeah.
like an angry face as the dragon.
With pink carrot.
See, no, I was going to plan on winning it for the kid, but now I want it.
Now you got to win another one.
Look at the kid and then begrudgingly hand it over. Like, yeah, buddy, now you've got a Zord.
All
And
right.
he'll point out and see, like,
Anybody mind if I story point
Go
insight
ahead.
check?
I don't mind. We got him.
You got
Use it.
5 of them. They're there to be used.
You're gonna story point the inside check? Fine. It's a 17.
Oh, look at those dice.
Wow.
Oh my lord!
I don't even need to use my new power. Double crit.
Is that a
baby.
degree of
Anyone tries to roll
success?
against Michael. No, it's not. Because you said 17, right? So yeah, no.
That is
That's
not a
Not a
degree.
34.
Okay.
Not a 34, but Am tall.
It is a double crit though. Something wrong with my girl.
Okay, it's a crit. Okay, yeah. God damn it. No, obviously it's definitely like Sophie's ready to fight, and you definitely pick up on the fact that there is something. There's like a reason that she hasn't been talking about like, aside from the obvious I gotta save my best friend's brother vibes, you do pick up on something that she is trying really hard to hold close to the chest, of like a extra motivation to fight that no one else would notice, but because you're live in such close proximity to her, you notice that there's almost like a sense of like, I wouldn't even say obligation, but something like that. Like I have to do this.
All right. Yeah. Kelsey, babe, can you do me a favor and ingratiate yourself with Cassidy? She's new and needs friends. And I'm just gonna hook Sophie's arm and I'm gonna walk her away. Sophie, we need to talk.
Okay, yeah. We do.
Kelsey wanders over to Cassidy and kind of studies her for a second, and then, so here you have a spaceship. Have you ever heard
Best
about
opening
halo
line.
jumping?
Have I heard about halo jumping, Matthew?
It's just jumping out of a plane. It's high altitude, low opening parachute jumping. So you jump at a high altitude and you open your parachute as late as possible.
Can I ask, as this is being said, Pete overhears this conversation and just runs in like, I'm down.
So
basically, she's just wondering,
are you suggesting we use my spaceship to do this?
We could get some real high altitude, is what I'm thinking.
I mean, we'd have to talk to the spaceship, and we have to talk to Wanda to see if she's cool about it, but it could be interesting.
Wanda's like, yeah, I'll throw you out at any height.
You see it coming? I'll definitely throw him out.
If the dragon sword's coming, definitely throw him out.
Yep.
Anybody else want to just
I don't.
You know
understand
how in
anything
the
you
movie,
just said,
like,
but yeah, we'll do that. And I have parachutes. Yeah. This should definitely be a thing.
Yeah. Well, I think I have your contact information from the command center, so like we'll talk.
Yeah. No, you're not scared of heights. No. I mean, you fly a spaceship. You can't be scared of heights.
I haven't been scared of heights in a very long time.
Date. Fantastic. Peter. We'll do this.
Pete's so gonna ride the dragon sword like a snowboard.
And whilst this is going on, what are Sarah and Sophie talking about?
I think
Yeah, we're gonna find a secluded spot away from
is the
everyone.
is the
so no one
parking
can
lot
hear us.
empty?
Yes, there may be like a few stragglers, but it's easy to find somewhere to talk.
I think just kind of to stall for time, Sophie pulls Sarah to where she's parked her car and sits on the trunk before they finally start talking. So what is it exactly?
What's going on?
What is it exactly that you want to talk about? There's a lot going on.
I mean, you tell me. I'm getting a lot of vibes off of you. You haven't been okay since you got back. And it's not getting really any better. I think it's getting worse. What's up?
I've been trying so hard to figure out how to feel normal again. I mean, I've made some questionable decisions, and she shows her phone at the text message thread with her mom where she said she was going to introduce Peter, and she said, questionable decision number 1.
I mean, that's not so bad. You got to meet your parents at some point.
No, but I.
What's happening? What is going on in that big, beautiful brain
Too
of
much.
yours?
I wish I could just turn it off. I wish I could just undo the last, whatever, worst weekend of my life. And then she starts to explain a little bit about what she'd seen in the where she had gone. And she says, I never actually expected to be able to live through a missed opportunity. But it was really weird. And she explains the whole, this is what happened. She was the light speed Pink Ranger and all of that. And she says, if you think things are bad now, they got really bad over there, and explains the part about Kelsey, and maybe kind of speed runs through the explanation of
Jesus.
Ryan. So she's kind of speed runs the
Did she mention Psycho
She has
Pete?
told everyone about Psycho Pete. It was the first thing she talked about. She hasn't.
I can't remember.
She
then.
hasn't
Right.
told anybody specifically about the rest of the story and how she feels responsible for essentially someone's girlfriend going missing because she was in her body. Like that whole explanation. She kind of goes through that a little bit, and she finishes the explanation with, a lot has happened outside of my control. I mean, to the point that my body doesn't even feel right when I use my abilities. I am fighting against the grid every time I use those powers now. And the one thing I can control is this fight against Ryan. That is really what's going on. I need to be able to feel like myself again. I need to pick a fight, and I need a win, Sarah. I need a win.
I mean, we got Ken back. That's
not
a win.
My win. That's a win. That's a win
That's
for
fair.
you. That's a win for Q. There are things happening. There are things happening at home that I can't even help because I'm here. There's a lot of things outside of my control. I would like one thing to feel like a win.
I understand.
That's where I'm at right now. And
Yeah.
I can't even talk to Peter about this because I'm not sure he'll understand.
He might not, but he'll be there. Sometimes it just helps to spit it out.
And then she quietly, under her breath, almost afraid to say it out loud or admit it, just I'm not used to people being there.
I know how that feels.
So yeah.
But the first thing I think you need to remember, none of this is your fault. You were kidnapped and put in a position.
I know that. I know that. I just, I'd like to feel like me again. I'm having a really hard time, and I don't know how to fix it. I'm the person who knows how to fix things. Usually, I know how to fix people, and I can't even fix myself.
If I've learned anything in my court-mandated therapy, fixing yourself is the hardest thing. Not easy. You think saving Ryan is what you need?
I don't know. It might not even be what I need, but maybe it'll help me feel more like myself. I don't know. I need to feel. If I can't feel like myself, I need to feel like I've won. I need to feel like I've overcome something. So I feel like I'm floundering and slipping, and I don't understand what's going on anymore. And I mean, the stuff with my dad, and she lowers her voice even lower, and she's like, the stuff with my dad, like, you know that the only reason I am not a part of Lightspeed is because of my parents, right? I never explained that to you, did I? Oh shit.
I don't think so.
Okay,
no.
yeah.
Wow.
They wanted this normal life for me because they felt bad about shuffling me around everywhere as a kid. You know, Mariner Bay, 4 years in Mariner Bay is the longest I've ever stayed put in one place. And they wanted me to have a normal life. And she does the air quotes and everything. You know, and it's the first time my dad's ever kept anything from me. I told him about being a ranger when really I wasn't supposed to, or, you know, like, there was a whole thing about that. But, you know, like, I've been nothing but honest to him at the very least. I don't know. I guess I feel kind of hurt by the fact that he held something back like that, you know? He wasn't there when I wanted to talk to him. Like, I don't know. No matter how often we moved around, he and my mom were always there. Now they're covering this stuff up, and nothing makes sense anymore, Sarah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I need something. Even if it's just to beat the living daylights out of Brian, I need something. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if this is ever gonna really get better.
I can't tell you if it will or not. I mean, it did for me, but my story's not your story.
You also didn't get kidnapped.
I didn't.
But
no.
You know.
That whole Ryan thing is wild. The other two and him.
Yeah,
well,
Sarah will see Sophie pull something up on her phone, and it is it's a photo of the whiteboard that she has in her room with 2 post-its on top of it.
The murder board.
The timeline board. It's not a murder board. There was no murder involved. And she, for a visual aid, because she totally has this on her phone for whatever reason. And she shows Sarah this, and she says, "Yeah, so if you go all the way to the top, this is where everything changed, and then it's a trickle down effect, and yeah." So I guess for whatever reason, I was always meant to be right here. Otherwise, I would have ended up there, if that makes sense. I don't know. She shuts the.
It's very confusing.
I'll have to show.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you that
That's-
actual board. It does get a little confusing. Yeah. So I mean, I'm obviously not okay, but
just the whole thing.
Yeah.
You don't seem to be okay. But you should talk to people. Talk to Pete.
What am I supposed to say? I went to an alternate dimension and fell into someone else's body who is me but not me, and I almost I would hanging out with this other person's boyfriend. I don't know. Seems like a weird conversation to have.
I mean, it absolutely is a weird conversation, but you might feel better talking to Pete.
No, what would actually make me feel better is
This from
yelling at my dad for keeping this crap
Hey.
from me.
Do it. Do it. If you think it'll help, have that conversation with your dad. He did keep things from you, especially, and he knew at that point, he knew you were a ranger. Like, there's no reason for him not to have been upfront about ranger stuff.
Yeah, you know
Like,
what bothers
keeping
me
you-
about
you know,
what bothers me
Yeah.
about this whole thing? In that other place, the place that I went to, he was doing the exact same thing, but the version of me that was there, that she knew all about what he was doing. So I reasonably, I've learned a few things, but why is it that she gets to know about this and I don't? You know what I mean? This isn't something that he should have kept from me.
yeah, you should. I mean, you're having dinner on Sunday, right?
So Uncle Bill decided to insert himself into this and bring Dana, so that's going to be a whole thing.
All right. Well, maybe after dinner, tell your dad.
I don't know.
Maybe not
Maybe I'll
during.
just flip the dinner table and leave.
Maybe.
Uh,
Maybe.
I mean, I probably won't, but it's nice to think about.
Yeah. But it's okay not to be okay.
It just feels
okay to
weird
vent.
talking about it. I've never said this stuff out loud, and not being okay is hard for me. That part of my brain that wants to fix everything won't stop.
Yeah. I think it starts with talking about it.
Now,
It's not. It won't be an easy conversation, but if you and Pete are gonna be for real, you need to tell him what you're going through.
I mean, there are parts of it he knows.
Yeah. Thank you for telling me.
He's been asking
And
me.
I'm always
I know.
here for you.
He's been asking me not to use my teleporting abilities for a while, but you know I had to do it, right? You know I had to do it. Q was
It's fine.
morphed, but
Yes. Yeah, she was in danger.
I don't know. I need to fix it. I need those things to go back to normal. I don't want to feel gross and tired every time I try to do that. Like
Well, that's something he can definitely help with. He's smarter than he looks.
I think for the first time in the entire conversation, Sophie just bursts out laughing a little bit and just says, "He really is." I just don't know if it's a health issue or a grid issue or a spectrum problem.
Well, he'll help you find the answer.
I don't know.
I don't know, but he'll help you find it and talk to him. And if you need to beat the shit out of something in the meantime, give me a call. We'll go in the training room.
You don't want to go in there. Not while I'm in there.
I can take it.
Oh. All right. Well, remind me to show you the thing I've been working on. And Sarah will notice.
If you break my leg, you can fix it.
Sarah will notice some of the fading bruises on her, on her arm and stuff, because she's not wearing any sleeves, and just says, yeah. You might want to check to make sure the safeties are on if you are going to be in the training room."
All right.
And
at this point, Sarah's just gonna hug you, and just hold it, and
yeah.
And I guess we'll move on from there. We took a lot of time.
It was a long overdue conversation. Is what it was.
It was. I was building for a long time. But yeah. It's gonna cut away from the hug.
The fire is already burning on the... I've lost the word.
Beach.
On the beach.
Bonfire.
Bonfire, thank
structure.
you. On the bonfire
There is a fire.
on the beach. And smoke is drifting off on the wind. The families are gathering together with their children, saying goodbye. Not really to them physically, but kind of accepting that this is a sort of transitional moment for them. Whilst this is going on, Q stands off to one side and his mum wanders closer and just... So, are you all staying for the weird stuff?
Yeah, I'm here.
I think Cal has something he wants to do. So he'll check in with Q first. I guess Cal will go up to Q. Would Q be busy? Is Q actually doing something as the facilitator, or is he just watching over the kids? Kids, men, the transitionaries.
Kids, young people, yeah, still half-baked. Yeah, he's probably taking passive but active watching. So particularly whilst there are other people around, they're fine. It's more just making sure they're okay through the evening. But yeah, at the moment, he's entirely approachable.
Yeah, so Cal will just approach Q and be put a hand on shoulder, friend is here. Hey man, do you need anything? Anything I can do is there something I can do to help?
Just one, making sure nobody burns to death. That's a good start. Make sure nobody gets eaten or ridden out of or death.
Right.
But ghost story, s'mores, anything like that to kind of give them a terrifying fun night to remember.
All right. I'll see what I can scrounge up. And like Cal is gonna, I guess, disappear into the festival grounds to like collect the ingredients for s'mores or whatnot. And yeah, just he's gonna be like being assistant to Q as like, I am also an adult person here helping facilitate the summer camp.
Neat, thank you.
Just for the record, that was literally his mum asking. Like, his mum came up to Q to ask, like, are you all going to be helping with the weird stuff? So that wasn't like an above-the-table question. That was his mum kind of looking across at Q's friends, who always seem to be there at the right time, and just
Cal
kind of
takes
like
notice of Q's mom for the first time.
putting two and two together.
Yeah,
and just
when did you get here?
My mum counted.
Yeah. I mean, Q is my friend. Of course, I'm here to help for the weird stuff. Cal, in the back of his mind, is worried this is going to be like, it's like,
Cult.
what did I just sign myself up for? And he makes a solemn vow that if any point he loses his pants, he has to get the hell out of here.
Yeah, everybody puts their little carvings in a bowl, and then everybody picks a cup. No.
Just like silent knows to myself, if things get weird on that level, I dip. But until then, I guess I'm helping with the weird stuff.
Yeah, I suppose we'll have wandered back.
You got to understand that if any of my friends' parents ever asked me, "Are you staying to help with the weird stuff?" I would be gone so fast. I would leave a dust outline like a Looney Tunes character.
Yeah.
I'd be gone so quickly.
Just a U-shaped hole in the wall.
Yeah, like wander back up. What do you mean weird stuff? You feeling up for some weird, Sophie?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
Could use a distraction.
robot sharks, giant bird creatures.
Oh, I mean,
Weird stuff.
That weird stuff? Are you expecting?
Can
What's
I
happened
insight
twice this
check?
week already?
Can I insight
we get
check
attacked
Q's
for a
mom?
third time? We will help evacuate the beach again.
yeah. I think.
Yeah,
Can I make a deception for just that? Like I evacuated the beach, and that's all I did.
Nothing else.
I would like
What are you trying to
do
insight check Q's mum for?
I mean, I just want to like vibe check her because I've never met her before, and I kind of want to get the sense like of how to interact with her. I guess, just so I'm not. I guess Sophie just kind of wants to read the room, so to speak, with Q's mom. Like, weird stuff. What's going on there? So,
Yep. The
That's what I would
difficulty
like
for
to
that
do.
is going to be
Roll
a
for read the
flat
room.
20.
okay. I see you.
I should be inside checking my mother.
I think.
Inside check Q's mom.
Mom is being weird.
Boom. Nope. I am horrible. Did not pass the vibe check.
My mother is
Same.
a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
Can I check on that
Fuck.
deception for? Yes, I evacuate the beach when people are in danger. And that is all I do. That
Go
is my
for it.
contribution.
Roll a deception check.
Yep.
Um,
I mean, I did take it. I just never checked it.
Q-
16. Not the best.
Q's mom.
Wait, hold on. Let me make sure that's the right die.
Q's mom
You gotta
has a
roll that
willpower
die.
of 26.
I can roll that die. Okay.
Thousand.
Yep. I did roll. I did roll
You're happy to know that I got a 1 on my skill dice,
sick, and then a 20 on the d20. Is that what this is
but a
leading up
20
to?
on my d20.
Yeah. You're not clever, and I hate you. Anyway. So yeah.
Dude, that's my mom. You can't say that.
Cal says directly to Q's mom, "You're not clever, and I hate you."
Look, I just
No.
want to know that the kids are going to be safe. They may
Yes, I
think
will
they're going to be
evacuate-
adults tomorrow, but
This is my lie about the tree all over again. Yes, I will. If weird things happen again, I will evacuate the children from the beach, and that is all I will do.
okay.
Yeah, we'll make
Q?
sure the kids are fine.
You
Yeah.
shoot
Mhm.
anything that threatens the kids, okay?
Including your overbearing nature.
You're not smart,
And I hate you.
And I hate you.
but I love you.
Aw.
He gives her a kiss on the forehead and says, "Good night. Have a good night's sleep."
She wanders off to find Q's dad, who is there somewhere, helping to load the car back up, and leaves.
All right, all night beach party. Let's do this.
Cal has collected the s'more ingredients and is like making a table. It's like, all right, spits, marshmallows, chocolate, graham crackers. Step right up.
Does anybody
your
have a ghost story
ingredients.
to tell after Q's request?
I love you. Cal. That's great.
Cal tells the very real story about how everyone he knew and loved burned to death in a volcano fire.
Too
soon! Too dark, too soon! Traumatize these kids, why don't you?
Can I?
But he frames it. He frames it like it's a ghost story and not what actually happened to him.
That is a horror story.
Call an insight check on Cal. While he's
I think
telling
you
the
should.
story.
I think you not only
Yeah, that. Absolutely that.
should.
All right,
Can everybody? Because we all heard this.
so my deception, I guess. Like,
Oh
I'm
my.
rolling this.
Can I spend a story point?
Yeah.
the gods want me to win. Critical 26.
I also want to spend a story point. Let's burn
Okay.
these babies.
I'm spending a point. No, I have to
I think
fail
it-
the check in order to do that. Dang it.
19.
Roll.
Critical 26 deception.
All right, let's see. Minute-
You will
Wait a
never know.
Hey, what is that? I'm gonna.
That is a nat 20 and a 6 on a d6. I'm a godlike.
Oh,
I am
I forgot to put my
godlike.
specialization on here, but that's perception, not insight. Dang it.
Q, what did you get?
Q.
Matt
Me,
has-
no, I got 13, not even close. Q will just say to Cal, "Well, that was truly haunting."
Double thumbs up from. It's like, yeah,
What was that good?
I did the good.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah, a critical
Yeah, I got a
22,
21.
but not enough. I guess.
19.
Damn, yeah.
who you do?
Darn
He's just
you.
like, that was a dope story, dude.
Yeah, my,
Start
my
the
deception
conversation
kind of nice.
That was
of
Sarah, how about a song? Lighten the
wow.
mood a little bit.
All of the kids are crying right
Um,
now. All of them.
Burn Baby Burn Disco Inferno, maybe?
I think that
For any
I'm gonna burn another story point for that guitar to
any-
still be laying around
for anyone
somewhere,
who
and
is
we're
in the
gonna.
chat,
Also, you
please
don't need
put
to
some
spend
campfire
story point.
songs.
It's just there.
spam that
The,
emote in the chat. I earned
Yeah,
it.
alright. Yeah,
the guitar is actually in Sophie's trunk this entire time.
No, that
The
could
guitar's
be
there.
Sarah's civilian
we're gonna
superpower.
grab that.
She can just summon a guitar wherever she is.
Just over her shoulder.
Well, once she gets a bit more like adept with it,
We'll
she can
upgrade it
summon
later.
any musical instrument.
For they who be
Banjo.
worthy.
Kazoo.
Cello.
Organ. Double bass.
Power guitar.
Guitar.
Yeah. No, if Sarah was going to summon an instrument, it would be a
And then the
guitar.
ultimate musical weapon right at the end, a triangle.
Cal finds a contrabass tuba in the sand. What the?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Campfire songs. Let's
Yup.
bring the mood back up, y'all.
F-I-R-E.
No.
S-O-N-G.
Get out! Get out!
The music is more refreshing than Cal's campfire song. Campfire ghost story.
Damn right it is.
And
He is
does
still actively
bring
trying to calm the kids back
everybody
down.
into a more lively mood. The kids are keeping a look to the fire, adding wood to it as they need to. And as the night goes on, the hours stretching by, the six just keep each other company, helping to make the time go by.
Did Kelsey leave?
Kelsey is still there. She's just kind of going backwards and forwards between the two groups, kind of rousing the kids and joining you guys, making sure nobody falls asleep. She seems somehow impervious to the drowsiness, like she's constantly wired. But as much time as she spent with Sarah and individuals, she just kind of feels a little bit like an outsider. So she kind of tries to leave you guys time on your own. Out of curiosity, and this isn't like a trick question, nobody is getting attacked. I swear, I'm genuinely not a trick question.
You swear? You promise?
I promise.
You
I
dab
do
me up on
promise.
this?
Promise.
Does anybody fall asleep as the time passes?
Absolutely
Uh,
not. Not Cal.
Let me.
No,
I'm gonna
Peter's too
roll
busy
to see if
playing
I
with the
do.
children.
High, I fall asleep. Low, I don't. Let's see.
I
I totally fall
think-
asleep. I pass out with cuddling my new thing. I fall asleep. I am comfortable. I am home. I am surrounded by good people. I am.
Cassie fell asleep during Cal's story.
I've heard
Cal-
worse.
Cal will make sure that anyone who does fall asleep gets a blanket.
I fell asleep during Sarah's singing. I've never heard such sweeter tunes. I rolled like an 86. I fell asleep.
No,
Dang.
I will.
I was out.
I'll stay awake.
I
Yeah.
think Sophie.
I'm gonna try to siphon off some of that energy from
I
Kelsey.
think Sophie at some point does drift off, like way later in the night, though. Like
Bam.
she's. Yeah, no, she's picked. She's had a blanket of her own, like that she was sitting on, and then she kind of just, in a really awkward, uncomfortable position, falls asleep on her own blanket, and then Cal can put another blanket on top of her or whatever.
Peter,
Hello there.
do you fall asleep?
No, Peter is too busy entertaining the children.
For the record, they're not children. They
They're
are
like
like
17.
17 years old,
Yeah, they're
going
teen-
18. They're
Still
all
Yeah, they're
Oh,
these are
teenagers.
teeny people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're children.
Look, as
We're
the
calling them
baby,
children because
as the baby
children,
of this friend
but-
group, as the baby of this role playing table, they're children.
They're
Yeah.
children.
they're children, but they're not.
Take it from me, the
children.
baby.
No, if they're older children, I'm going to assume earlier on there was younger children there because I said things about giving the little boy stuff. So yeah,
Oh, there definitely was earlier, but they've all gone to bed.
They've gone
They're
home.
just
It's
these
the-
guys and you
cool.
guys now.
I'd say Pete hasn't fallen asleep. No, he's just kind of chilling, enjoying the fire.
As
Nice relaxed evening for once.
the hours continue to pass and the sun begins to rise in the sky, the fire is beginning to burn down completely. The smoke drifts further, and you see the wood turn into ashes. You notice the fire is more orange and golden hued than red, and dancing quite animatedly amongst the wood in a fashion that really catches your attention for those that are still awake. It doesn't seem dangerous. It doesn't seem antagonistic or hostile. It's just peculiar. Not how fire behaves. And
Hey, Pete, get a picture. I have a flip phone. My camera's not good. Get it.
with one hand sliding behind his
Yeah,
back to the
weird.
back of his belt to grab onto his morpher. He'll take his other hand out and take a photo of it.
you feel
I've never seen fire
really
do that.
like you could take a picture, you could take a video even, but the recording facilities within your helmets would be much better. Like, is this grid related? It feels like it is. It feels almost like that same push and pull sensation from the doors.
Is there anyone still on the beach other than us?
Most of the kids are huddled round one another, staring out at the water now. They've made it through the night. Nobody is looking at you.
Is this
Cal?
a compulsion thing? Like it's trying to coax us to morph?
It's more like as you stare at it, you know that if you were morphed, if you were using those recording facilities, you would be able to see sharper.
Can I message Alpha and get him to make a scan?
Pete, I'll cover you.
None of what he could do would be able to capture it. All
Yeah,
he
well,
has access
yeah.
to is satellites and things like that.
Can I use Baby Dragon?
No, because Baby Dragon
you want
doesn't
to-
have what you have.
Okay, I was just wondering if you could do it.
If you
Pete,
want to
I'll
get a
cover you.
better recording, Pete,
We got this.
we'll block you while you morph.
I've
Yeah,
gotten
we got
really
you.
good at sheet.
Yeah.
I've gotten really good
Just
at
morph
sheet magic in
quietly.
the last 5 hours. Check this out. And he like pulls the towel up, like really high.
as the towel goes up, it passes Peter. There's like a faint green glow, and the towel falls back down, and Peter's just sitting
Green
there
Ranger.
Q, as this is the Hungry
Right.
Harbourmaster
Do it quick
Festival,
though.
whilst Peter is doing his towel magic with Cal, what are you
That
doing?
sounds so wrong.
I know.
Why can't two bros participate in a bit of towel magic without you calling it wrong? You're gonna call that wrong in June? What's the matter with you?
In June, this month of our pride. Sorry, you were saying, Matt.
What does Q do with this feeling, this sensation that he needs to see something clearer?
Q kind of touches the brass bangle that he has on his wrist. That he's had on his wrist for like the whole of like this day of the festival, and he will reach out towards the flame.
The bangle catches the light, like there is something inside the bangle itself reaching out as well, and it feels warm upon your wrist in a way that you've never felt before, never seen before.
I check the bangle and its symbol.
They both glow with an inner light and an inner warmth.
I continue reaching to the flame. Does it seem to get hotter and hotter and hotter?
Not dangerously hot, but one of the flames, like part of the flame, splits off and moves closer towards you.
I'll let Pete go.
I was literally, while obviously Q's doing this, Pete is like intensely scanning the whole thing.
I'll see if I can scoop it into my hand.
Be careful, dude. Be careful.
In your
I mean,
open hand, it
That's
sort
literally
of
fire.
seems to be just hovering like 3 or 4 inches above. Peter, you can see what appears to be a small child. If you had to guess, and you've had your fair share of silly moments with children playing silly games, you would say they're probably about 3 years old.
Young child. Would Pete know, like have an idea of like who the child is or why the child is showing in the fire?
Not a clue. But as you look over at the flame, you see that dancing in these golden lights seems to be dozens, if not 100 or more different individuals. Older, mostly. And
Bless you.
at the
Gesundheit.
center of it all is a older, larger man.
How large is larger? I get no. What I'm really asking is
Portly?
large. Okay, so large is in like
Yeah.
rotund,
Santa.
not
Yeah.
not large as in like this is a 7-foot tall man.
No, somebody
is
who
4
looks like
feet
he
wide.
did. Somebody who looks like he never used to miss any meals.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can I just ask, obviously, while Pete is scanning this, can he have it connected to the other Rangers communicators to be showing like a real-time display of what he's seeing? So that they can see it as well. If not, he'll just obviously verbally describe what he's seeing to everyone else.
I will say yes.
Does
Cool.
this wake me?
There's no noise, so unless somebody
No, but like,
actively...
Pete will give you a nudge and just be like, check this out.
Yeah, I'll nudge Cassie.
What? Okay.
What?
hmm,
There's some weird stuff happening. See this?
can I see this happening? Like, do I need to roll an alertness check?
No, you can see everything that I've described.
Q Buddy, do you know what this is?
I'd wager that the guy in the middle's the hungry Harbourmaster. I don't know if it's some kind of grid manifestation, given that we're all here and things and stuff in universe.
It feels gritty.
At the
No,
word
it's fine.
grid, at the words grid manifestation, Sophie tenses up.
Can I do a grid lore check, Matthew?
You can.
Q, does this
Half
happen
awake.
every year?
Difficulty on this one is going to be a 30.
Is this normal?
Does anybody mind if I use one of the last two?
No.
Do it, do
Alright.
it.
We
I'm
are
using
minutes away from ending the
Do it.
episode.
Okay, let me do it.
I'll wait for Cassie's response and then I'll answer you. Panic.
Sounds good.
Dang it.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. I got high.
So crit 17.
It's a crit 17, but it's not a 30.
No, it's not. Oh no, yes it is. Sorry, I wasn't scrolled all the way down.
Yeah.
I accused you of
so
failing. You did crit.
To Cal, Q just goes, I've never done one of these as a ranger before, so I don't know.
But this currently is a new thing for you, the guy who does this.
Yeah.
All right, just checking. And he like settles into a fighting stance just in case.
Remembering obviously the story that Q told about the festival and the specifically like the golden light, thinking about obviously different spectrums, Pete will message Alpha again and just ask, like, are there more spectrums than what we have?
You do get back a yes. Quite a few.
Oh shit, the ranger of the harbor spectrum.
Is there like A golden light?
Yes.
See,
Dude, was the Hungry Harbourmaster a Power Ranger?
seeing the fire like hovering over Q's hand, Sarah's gonna take the risk also. See if she can scoop some.
I've just got Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle in
so
my head
weird?
when you're doing this.
Yo, feed,
Whilst
feed this man
I
the
mean-
eggshell.
When do you have a chance to scoop fire?
whilst it doesn't hurt and
Can I scoop
nothing
fire?
approaches, nothing shies away from you. It just doesn't seem to have the same connection or intent as it does with Q.
Q
So
will
weird.
close his eyes and try and concentrate into kind of those grid feelings. You know, when you're morphing and like you feel the grid infusion or what have you, and when you reach into the grid for your power weapons and stuff, he's trying to kind of channel that kind of energy vibe, not to morph, not to summon a power weapon or anything, but just kind of
To
see if
will
it's the
morphing grid energy.
Grid thing, yeah.
Make me a
Cassie is watching
cultures
intently.
check, please.
Culture,
Also,
rapture.
with the interaction with Sarah trying to interact with the fire in the same way that Q is, on the scanner, would he pick up any sort of different readings or anything as to potentially
Look,
explain
You
why it's
see,
not going to Sarah?
again, individuals, but whilst one did come towards Q, the other one, again, as I said, it doesn't shy away or anything. It just doesn't step onto Sarah's
Mhm.
hand like it did Q's. Q, as you do this, as you sort of center yourself, some features become clearer and look familiar from a time long ago. And you feel a name sort of surface in your head. Do you wish to say it?
I think I know what it is.
I think you do know what it is.
I've only just worked it out.
What if you
Romeo?
whiffed so hard right now?
Did you just say Infernia?
No.
Oh, good.
Lady Infernia.
Well, that would have been a funnier thing to say.
I was like, I think I know the answer. It's like, what if you whiffed so hard right now?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. You're cut off, so I was like, wait, I only heard the end of it. And I was like, what? I'm sorry. What
Yeah,
did
I
you
said-
say? My apologies.
Infernia? No. Romeo?
Romeo.
That
Where
is
for
the
art
name
now,
that
Romeo?
comes to the sort of the surface of your mind.
Mercutio and Romeo.
And as the sun sort of
Romeo?
peaks up completely, breaking over the ocean, the fire sort of dissipates, the warmth travels up your arm before fading away. And you feel a weight in your hands that wasn't there a second ago. And there is a golden coin. And
What in what?
Is there anything on it?
it is completely empty.
You cut out. It's completely
Empty. He said empty.
There is
Empty.
nothing on it. It seems to have been worn down by time. Make me an alertness check.
Can I use that last?
Pete, is that a
Story
power
point.
pole?
I say go for it. Use the last story point, man. If everybody else isn't.
Yeah,
I
take it.
mean, if Sunday dinner is going to be a thing, I don't think I'll need it, so don't worry about it, I guess. Unless Matt decides to send monsters down the Sunday dinner.
Oh, I can't do maths now. I'm too excited. 8, 16, 20, crit 26.
Let's go.
You see the barest outline as if whatever it was has faded away. The impression it left upon the grid has disappeared. But what you can just about make out is the jaws of a very, very large shark. A megalodon.
Mako tsunami.
And that
Hey, Peter.
is where we are going
That thing
to
a
end
power coin?
that session.
Scanning intently.
Wait, Matt.
What? No Sunday dinner?
Sunday dinner
Boo.
will be next week. Well, no, not next week. The week after.
We're not playing next week.
No, next week after. I just said that.
Week after.
I thought we were just going to tack it
Oh,
in
wow.
at the end. It was going to be a nice Sunday dinner and nothing was going to happen. If you're waiting that long, something bad's going to happen at Sunday dinner.
Let's face it, it's not going to be a 5-minute Sunday
Hey!
dinner, is it?
Then let's wait.
No,
Agnes gave us
it's
a
not
story
going to
point,
be.
guys.
We don't need it anymore, but thanks, bro.
We'll
Thank
carry
you.
that one
We gotta
into
protect
next
the
week.
story
Thank you
point
very
to
much,
see-
Agnes.
I was going to say I'm going to use the story point to see if I can recognize if it's a power coin or not.
It's 100% a power coin.
I-
It is 100%
Ah!
a power coin.
And people reply to Sarah, yes.
It is a power coin for
Fancy.
a gold ranger that you found within the fire of the
Damn.
Hungry Harbourmaster Festival, which would 100% imply that the Hungry Harbourmaster may or may not have been the gold power
Are
ranger.
you shifting
at
to
some
gold,
point
you
in
nerd?
time. Hey, it doesn't have to. It just means that if somebody wants to, at some point, he can do so.
I have so many gold coins right now. Literally, as I run into a battle, all you can hear is ching, 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 ching. I'm losing point of infiltration with every power coin I pick up.
Now see here, Matthew.
Oh, wow.
Peter, favorite moment for you? Favorite moment for another player? Michael,
I
who plays
think
Peter.
Everybody knows what Pete's favorite moment for Pete is. He has a dragon. Another
the-
one. Baby dragon, baby dragon. Brad was my favorite thing. For someone else,
And for someone else,
Search your heart. You know it to be true. It's Cal in the lab coat winking down at you from the start.
it is cow in the lab coat winking down from me from the start. Written in the stars, a million miles away. A message
And
to
who plays
the
Sophie?
Yeah, finally got that girl talk. That was a thing that happened. So that was pretty cool. I don't know. Cassidy finally like replicating like weather appropriate outfits and stuff. That's pretty rad too. And yeah, that was good. She was like, "Yo, I'm actually just gonna show up with this really nice outfit now. I can do that." That was cool.
Panic, who plays Cal?
written in the stars.
I guess dropping Cal's origin story and then double critting on the deception to keep you guys from realizing that's just actually what happened. That was, I got blessed by God for a minute. Like that was insane.
RN Jesus, praise be.
And favorite moment for another player. I guess the thing that like was really funny was just the idea of Cassidy like knowing it's like oh yeah, I know Ninjor, but not knowing that we know Ninjor for like two different reasons. It's like I know Ninjor, the guy that created the power coins, and we know Ninjor, the businessman who keeps stealing our likenesses.
I don't know him. I know of him.
Yeah.
Two sides of the same coin, the same power coin.
It just made me think of Scott Pilgrim. It's like, do you know Ninja? I know of Ninja.
Michael, who plays Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, finally getting that girl talk. Definitely, I'm gonna double down on that. We've been trying to squeeze that in for like a month or more.
I mean, narratively, it kind of
Yeah,
tracks with
and then-
Sophie not being okay, kind of not being around.
Yeah. And I don't know, there was some good moments. But I think the Ninjor thing, just that guy.
God damn
You
it.
gotta have a conversation with that guy. I need some money.
Shake a fist at the sky, Ninjor.
Doing something slightly different today. Sabina, who plays Cassidy.
Okay. Yeah, for Cassidy, it's definitely the whole getting the plushie and then going, "What is this? This is really cool." Ninjor. That's definitely for Cassidy. And then for somebody else, the whole interaction for Q and the fire and then finding the gold power coin, that just seemed, from what I know of the Hungry Harbourmaster, which I will read more in our Discord, just that seemed very, very important and very something for Q, and I really like that, and I'm very intrigued. I really like that part, like that whole little interaction. I love that. Yeah, that was me.
And finally, last but not least, at the end of the Hungry Harbourmaster Festival, Jay, who plays Q, who may or may not want to kill me now.
So there are a lot of moments for like other people, which was like Pete getting his dragon because of course he would. The Aurora Borealis, like support
Cows
from
in the stars.
Kota Borealis. The realizing that we missed the term gridnapped all this time.
No, I'm mad about that. That is so clever. It's
How
so
did we
simple.
miss?
It's so good. I'm pissed.
Yeah. How did we?
Dang it, brain.
Yeah.
We're
smart.
That was it. One of the ones that really stuck out was where Pete won the little Brad figure, and he was like looking at the kid. He was like,
But I want it. That was my hammy moment. But I like the cookie.
But I like eating a cookie.
But I like the cookie.
Bro, that's Elmo dealing with Rocco for real.
and for Q, I was not prepared for everybody suddenly asking Q questions. That was interesting. Know your backstory. That bit at the end was surprising and unexpected and weirdly emotional. Yeah, and I'm stopping there.
Yeah. Who's Romeo?
I loved it.
Know your players'
Wherefore art
backstories.
thou?
I'm very intrigued to find out who this Romeo is. Mr. Marchisio.
And did you say Romeo out loud?
Kind of to himself, as if questioning.
This is why I have a high alertness.
I have a very high alertness. Well, perception, I should say.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for making us drink way too much water.
I need to pee again.
Yep. Thank you for the story points, the upshifts, and the general conversation in chat. Yeah, join the Discord.
And next time, bring a friend.
Posted. next time, bring a friend. And we
Although
are
not next week.
almost at the 1-year anniversary of the first show, which will be, I should just mark it on my calendar, but I closed my calendar.
Which will
on
be
July
the 14th.
the 14th?
Yeah.
Correct.
So
July the 14th.
For the episode
yeah,
on
Something
and then we'll have
13th,
an
on the 13th.
we'll celebrate
Yeah.
on the
Haven't figured out what yet, but something cool will happen.
Sunday dinner. Happy anniversary.
we'll figure out what.
Oh, see now, holding this
we will
back
become
means
Tony.
Matt has enough time to prepare something for Sunday dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, be prepared.
Oh my god!
We
I
will see you
I just had a.
next Wednesday for some more Street Samurai action. And yeah,
May the power protect you.
may the power protect you.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.